All right. Check, check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Looks like it's working here. Check 1, 2, 3. Let me turn it down. Yeah, I knew it was no sound. Streamlabs kind of allows you to start the way it's going. How you doing, everybody? How you doing? Certainly hope everybody can hear now. I turned everything down. So welcome to the StreamYard, everybody, aka the ghetto version of Hangouts. As I said, I got some spots open if anybody wants to jump on to give it a whirl in the yard. How's everybody doing this morning? And oh, hello, Titanfall Princess. How are you this morning? How are you? Yeah, had the sound down, had it off. I was doing some stuff around around my place. I was trying to find. I've got a new tattoo, and I'm trying to find my triple antibiotic. I can't find it anywhere. I'm gonna probably put it somewhere. So yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Shout out to everybody that's here. What's up, Sam Ash? How you doing? So yeah, certainly hope everybody is doing okay this morning. So, all righty, Miss Princess, how you doing? Certainly hope you can jump on to, I don't know if I can get on RGT today. I don't get no love anymore. So, so they get, StreamYard. Yeah, it's very easy to use. I can drop the link to you if you just want to jump on and say hi and jump right back off if you're at work. So, but just let me know. It's not difficult to use. So I can actually control the screen and everything. So, but yeah, it's not difficult it's not hard to use. It's free, by the way. It's free to use. I like this versus Zoom. I think it's because Zoom, we use that at work, and I just prefer not have to. Stuff at work is at work. I don't want to think of work when I'm at home. So yeah. Yeah, I did already. I showed my PC last night, what it looks like at night. I've got an RBG or RGB keyboard now, and got it on sale. Amazon again is having a huge go back to school sale through the end of the month, and if you're a Prime member, you get a pretty nice discount. So the keyboard I got only cost me like $18, and you all saw what it looked like, and it seems to work fine. So I'm happy with it. So well, no, I mean, I ain't getting no love. I mean, they want to give something called the Iron Lords podcast credit, where I specifically told everybody that what the new PS5 GPU was going to be hitting, and nobody loves me no more. So I got hurt feelings. What's that word? What's that phrase you kids use? I feel some kind of way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hurt. So yeah. So yeah, I can highlight your comments and things like that. So yeah. Yeah, RGB keyboard. I showed it last night. I uploaded like a 5, which is something I got to learn how to do on the PC. So it's like my phone has Google Hangouts like that, and when I try to do the same thing on the PC, my PC acts retarded. So you think you're going to try StreamYard? Yeah, just give it a whirl. It's free. Now you cannot upload a specific thumbnail because they prefer you stream using your face. So because again, they're trying to tap down on all the trolling and bullying and stuff like that. And the FBI has told these internet companies that a lot of the bullying is going on because the people do not have to show their faces. So a lot of these streams, these new ones that are coming on board, they prefer you use your face. It's just something they want to by default. So, but when you set it up, if you use it, there's a couple of things you have to hit and stuff like that. So, but just let me know. So yeah, you know, what up, Sam Ash? So, well, thank you, Ice Cream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, like I said, they don't nobody loves me no more. So just it is what it is. So, but that's a banner. That's just something that it can do. That's what I like. That's what I like about it, because it'll allow me to type topics in that I'm talking about, and then I can highlight the topic and go from there. So yeah. Yeah, but as a tech guy, I'm supposed to know these things. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I do know these things, and so, but yeah, we'll get to that real quick this morning. So shout out to everybody that's here listening. It's about 5 after 10 Eastern time, give or take 10 o'clock. Shout out to everybody that's here on the East Coast and on through the West Coast, and shout out to everybody that's listening around the world, from the English Channel through Scandinavia, through New Guinea, and good grief, Australia. Shout out to everybody there. And so yeah, it is what it is. So it is what it is, people. So yeah, I got subs all over the world. So shout out to everybody that's here. The little channel has grown from 50 people to like 1,050, and shout out to everybody that's here. And who knows, maybe we'll get to 1,100. So if you don't know, next Friday is my birthday. That will be the third quarter moon. So the moon will be 3/4 full when I turn the age that I turn. And then so I will be streaming Days Gone up. I mean, I don't know how far I have to go till I get to something called the stream, called the Sawmill Horde. So we'll just have to see. So I'll be streaming that. The Cash App will be open as I stream, as I take down the Sawmill Horde. So we're going to see how that rolls, and because this is supposed to be a big deal. It's supposed to be the epic battle of the game, and so people want to see me do it. So everybody be prepared for that. That will be next Friday at probably 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's 10 a.m. on the West Coast. So if you're at work, go ahead and take about 20 minutes, take a 20-minute break, and watch me stream that and have a good laugh, because that will be really funny. So But shout out to everybody that's here now. Let me take a swig of nectar. But what is going on? Sawmill isn't even that well. Not according to the people who keep talking about it. They keep saying that it's the most fantastic thing ever. They're acting like it's better than an orgasm. So I'm going to go find out, what the big deal is. But I will load up and stuff like that. I think I got to get some Tommy guns and some napalm and some other things to cause maximum damage to the Sawmill Horde. But we're going to find out. So yeah, all right, well, let's go ahead and get into it. And you took out half that horde at the beginning of the game. Yeah, a lot of people don't know you can do that in that game, Sam Ash. You can actually go and thin out a lot of those hordes. But what makes that game unique is that, one, it's open world, and that you don't get a sense on where these hordes are going to come from. So, but we'll find out. I'm going to find out, because I gotten killed by just random hordes more than anything. When I know where the horde is, I guess that's what they're calling it. Well, I know where one of these hordes are. You can stay away from them. So, and generally that's what I do. Because you don't have to kill them to advance in the game. So yeah, but we'll go ahead and get started here. So, let me go ahead and be Mr. Share My Screen. Shout out to Porter Rock 77. So let's go ahead and get started with the PS5 being more powerful. or as powerful as a 2070 Super. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and put that in there. And so this is the topic we're going to be talking about here first. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to this report here. I'm going to share my screen, Mr. Share My Screen here. And full screen layout. That's new. Now I have to figure out how to find it. Oh, here it is. All right. So now this is coming from PCMag.com, and it says report PS5 GPU outperforms. Now see, there's a difference in being outperformed and being more powerful. And a lot of you all are really, that's going over a lot of people's heads. So, but it outperforms a GeForce RTX 2070 Super. Now, here's why I would pause on this type of report. One, it's an AMD product. It's not a NVIDIA product. So now here's what we know about Navi. Navi is outperforming the Vega GCN architecture. Now remember, many moons ago, even though I get no love for it, I'm gonna have to tell Lou Waffle. Lou Waffle gonna have hurt feelings. Even though Lou Waffle told us all, or he told me, and then I told you all, that the new PS5 was going to be performing up to a Vega 64. Now I said that was reported by me many moons ago, many cycles ago. You know, children have been conceived and been born since I reported that. So so you cannot put any light. I would always put a pause on something that compares itself to NVIDIA from AMD. AMD is building these consoles, not NVIDIA. So all you can do is go up to a Vega 64. Which is one of their top performing GPUs, but apparently the Navi architecture is just running circles around the Vega architecture. That's from all reports, every sector that's covering Navi, whether it be business sector, whether it be the gaming sector, whether it be just people who follow as enthusiasts, the Navi is murdering. So 9.2 T flops in Navi's architecture is akin to allegedly a Vega 64, which is about 13.6 T flops. And if you overclock it, it may be able to hit 14. I don't, depending on how it is. But it says 2020 is a year we're expecting to get the PS5, and the latest leak information is if there's that key word, if the latest leak information is to be believed, Sony's next console certainly won't be lacking in graphical performance. See, do not get power mixed up with performance. It's two totally different things. Okay, so especially with PC. Now, this person that calls himself Comanche, which is I thought Comanche was a Native American word, but I could be wrong. But he is claiming that this thing is going to be like 2 gigahertz. I have no idea what that means. But ultimately, it says Hot Hardware is reporting that Comanche, the PS5, AMD, Oberon APU are currently being tested. It's known as Gen 0, Gen 1, Gen 2. The most up-to-date sample is Gen 2, and it apparently runs at 2 gigahertz. To put that into perspective, the PS4 GPU runs at 911 megahertz. So that's exactly what Microsoft been calling it, 911. So I like this right here, but I don't need it. All right. So the PS4 and the Pro run on AMD's Radeon GCN GPU microarchitecture, whereas the PS5 will run on the successor to that microarchitecture called Radeon DNA or RDNA. So according to Twitter, use is a pair. If PS5 GPU does end up running at 2 gigahertz, it will equate to 9.2 T flops of performance on this new scale. Okay, so again, this is not about the power, it's about the performance, all right? This is about the performance. So they're basically saying that size don't matter anymore, which it does matter, but not when it comes to to computing units. You all have been caught up in the whole 6 T-flop thing, not understanding that even though Microsoft's console at the Xbox X is 6 T-flops, it's being outperformed by the PlayStation Pro at 4.2 T-flops. How is that possible? Well, you need to understand performance versus power, which a lot of people don't, because you can't sell performance. Performance on paper looks great, but when you actually see it running, it's okay. Why does the PS4, why does, I can't even think of the name of the game now. Ace Combat, is it 7? Why does that run at 1080p on the Pro, but it runs at 900p on the X? Why does it have better working FPS on the Pro, but it has worse FPS on the X? Okay, that's when I'm telling you, that's why power don't matter. It's always about performance. You know, it's about that performance. Ask the ladies, okay? So, you know, you can go, you get it, somebody who can go all night long, that's the performance, versus somebody who can only go for like 3 seconds, okay? It does, so, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So RDNA is going to allow the performance. Remember, I told you all of the Vega 64, which I just mentioned before this article dropped. I dropped it to here. It's 14 T-flops on GCN, which the Vega 64, you can look this up yourself, is akin to like 13.6 or close to 14 or whatever you want to call it. So again, but again, this was told to you guys, okay, already by me months ago. So it says, clearly the PS5 will be and should be a huge step up from the latest generation of consoles. But how about compared to high-end graphics cards? Comparing to the latest GeForce RTX, RT means ray tracing, X extreme graphics gives us a good idea where Sony's next console sits. So the 2070 achieves, this is the GTX, achieves 7.5 T-flops on the 2070 Super, which I'm looking at, okay? But you see right here, I'm not looking at $800. That right there, that's garbage right there. That's complete trash. I mean, this is why AMD is beating NVIDIA, okay? So if AMD is going to put out a Navi GPU that is capable of doing the same damn thing as something at $800, and they turn around and sell it for $499, what do you think people are going to buy? Now, don't get me wrong. Shout out to my boy Sick Humor, PlayStation Podcast. If he wants to donate his 1080 Ti, that I will take a donation, but I can't physically donate my own money to NVIDIA because they are ripping people off. You know, they are. You're getting ripped off, but that's just me talking, okay? AMD is beating them around the clock at this stuff. Even though our AMD stock took a hit, we took a hit when the market took that 800-point dive. Was it Wednesday that happened? Was that Wednesday? I mean, I was getting all these alerts. I just quit looking at them. I mean, I was like, man, I was so mad, you know. So, but all right then. So the Super costs around $500 on its own. So we'll get back into what I'm talking about versus my horrible portfolio that happened this week. So, but the 2080 achieves 10 T-flops. In other words, the PS5 sits in between the Super and the 2080 in terms of GPU performance based on the leak. Now, again, I don't like these type of leaks because I don't like the fact, again, let me caveat this, AMD is not NVIDIA. So as far as we know, this AMD card, if this leak is correct, this card is outperforming the Vega 64, which is 13 T-flops. So, or it's performing right around that, and it has less power draw. So this is my point to you all. Do not get caught up in the whole power narrative this generation. Even Digital Foundry has said that, even Digital Foundry said that the power narrative is over. That's over. This is going to be about performance. Hit that like button and share this. Hold on, let me come back over here and let me see if this allows me to share. Yeah, see, it's not allowing me to share my screen. But anyway, share this out with all your friends and things like that. So again, do not get caught up in power anymore. It is no longer about the power. PlayStation Pro PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch, who I think just won another MPD, they have proven in real time that power doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter what any of these Xbox people say. They have been totally, I can't say they've been called out, but their whole point of power is important is complete bullshit. If power was important, they'd be gaming on PC. Period. Okay? It's as I'm saying, it's bullshit. I call bullshit on them. And again, they can come on and sit up there and take me on. They think I'm wrong. I will literally say to them, do you think power is important? They're going to say, yes, I do. I'll say, then why are you not gaming on PC? Well, you see, no. If power is important, you game on PC. If graphics are your, again, if this is your most important point, then this is where you need to game on PC. And I don't want to hear, well, my Xbox gamepad don't work on PC. Baloney. I've got an Xbox gamepad I use on PC. Okay? And I like the Xbox gamepad compared to the PlayStation gamepad. So, but I am not paying no $200 for no elite controller. I mean, what are we doing here? You know, just make one that works right, for crying out loud. You know, so but at the end of the day, people do not understand the difference between power versus performance. So it is what it is. So now, and you got something else that's hilarious. Why do people believe this person is leaking this information? But when the developers, even people in the Xbox community, they believe this guy. I'm saying that I put a question mark behind everything until Sony comes out and confirms it. So, but why are people believing this guy? Hold on. Let me take a swig. Believe in that. Why are people believing in this man or woman, whoever this is? And they don't believe the developers at E3 2019 when they said the PS5 was more powerful than the new Xbox. The same people that are running with this rumor were quick to dismiss the other rumor. I mean, how moist is that? I mean, that's the epitome of a moist sandwich, okay? No, a moist sandwich, no cheese, no Miracle Whip, no mayonnaise, nothing, no barbecue sauce, no mustard, no ketchup. This pure moist sandwich. Okay, these guys are a moist sandwich. So, and you know, I'm not saying that the new PlayStation will be as powerful or performance-wise. I do understand that you know, I understand that it's you know, it's silly. I understand people want information. But to the point, and this person that leaked it, let me make this clear. He has had some W's in the past. Okay, let's just keep it 100% funky here. So you know, but I find it interesting that people want to run with this. All right. So if Xbox, let's just say that Xbox Scarlet comes out with more raw power. Let's just say they're at 10.1 T-flop. It won't matter because their console is going to do the same thing. Okay, it won't matter. And so now they're like, well, the consoles are going to have, the Xbox is going to have real-time ray tracing, and the PS5 is not. But have you all ever heard of this type of ray tracing? Because see, they did not, you know, they did not confirm what type of ray tracing. They didn't say graphics or physics or nothing. So there's a very good chance that here's the type of ray tracing that the Xbox is going to have. Let me show this to you all, and you all are going to get a pretty funny kick out of this shit, because this is something that I'm just showing you all here today. And because a lot of people don't know this, that there's a bunch of forms of ray tracing, and this is audio ray tracing. Okay, from 1999, that there is 3D audio ray tracing. So when they said, so understand this, when they said hardware ray tracing, they didn't say graphical, did they? They didn't tell you. So there's a very good chance. So now people are taking this leap that the Xbox is going to have graphical ray tracing. I'm not here to say that it won't. I'm sure the Xbox X, I think, has some low-level ray tracing in it, capable of it. So I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider has ray tracing on it on both consoles and they have it on the NVIDIA GTX. But what's funny here is that nobody talks about audio ray tracing. You all act like that doesn't exist. See, generate, and Sony has already said they want to generate quality 3D audio. So Sony very well could be working with 3D audio ray tracing as well, because they're on record saying they want to improve to 3D audio. So it's like, man, what the hell are people talking about here? You know, you know, it's hilarious. So it is hilarious what these people are on. Yes, the PS4 Pro has excellent performance. You know, it has excellent performance. So, and especially with the first party games. I mean, again, you buy PlayStation for the first party games. The Pro allows you to play games at an enhanced rate through different type of enhancement tricks. So whether it be checkerboarding, dynamic, however, okay, temporal aliasing, which I think the new Call of Duty is going to use, which the new Call of Duty achieves 3860 or 3840 by 2160. It just does, you know, and people got to get over it, you know. So people got to get over it. So it's hilarious to me that that it has come down to that, you know, and people don't understand it. Why is Mass Effect Andromeda 1800p on the world's most powerful console, yet it's 1800p checkerboarded to 4K on the Pro as well? But yet the Xbox X was supposed to be so much more powerful. They can have all the power they want if it doesn't give you good performance. And ultimately, that's why the Xbox X failed. It wasn't because of the power, it was because of the performance. And that Microsoft was, you know, Microsoft wanted third-party developers to spend extra time on that architecture to go ahead and put things in that weren't on the PlayStation. And they're not going to do that because the PlayStation has the biggest group of biggest install base. So they're not going to do that. So what's going on, the almighty Spartan God? So yeah, it is what it is. The Gonzalo APU falls short of the 2080. Well, yeah, I mean, my point is that it's now called Oberon or Oberon. So again, it's in its third iteration. So again, I don't know if this is going to be the final kit. I'm just simply saying that from what I had told you all many moons ago, that it's going to be close to the Vega 64, because that's AMD's top card. You know, that when they built Navi to beat the Vega. That's why they're not building it to they're not building Navi to compete with NVIDIA, because they want to undercut NVIDIA with performance. They want to say, look, we're getting the same. That's why they always when they did the Navi reveal, the 57 XT, when they did that reveal, they being AMD, they showed the 2070. And they were like, we're getting close to or right at the same performance as the 2070. And we are $400 cheaper, $300 cheaper. So, you know, it is what it is. But you shouldn't, Andrew's right, you should not be comparing NVIDIA, well, he spelled that wrong, versus AMD, because they're two different type of companies with two different types of hardware. So, no, the 5700 XT has been getting attention. It has, and they said, look, if you want 1440p, 60 frames a second, ultra settings, this is the best card to have. Okay, now some people still will get the 1070 Ti. So, which is fine. I mean, look, and if somebody wants to donate a 1070 Ti to me, shout out to Matt's Gaming because he preferred playing on Xbox, then he can just donate his 1070 to me. So, I mean, I don't understand why you would play on Xbox when you have that type of a graphics card. I understand if you got a 480 AMD card or a 10, I guess that would be the equivalent of a 1050 to 1060 on the NVIDIA side. So that actually does make some kind of sense, you know. So, and Rich with Review Tech, let me give him a shout out because he made a legitimate point in his video, I think day before yesterday. The fact is, if you want to play Red Dead Redemption in 4K native, again, if you're a big Red Dead fan, that's where you want to play the game. Then you need to have that on Xbox X. That's a reality that people got to deal with. It's Red Dead's not on PC yet. Doesn't mean they want to announce it at Gamescom. Who knows? You know. So, but who knows? And something that's not getting no love is Gamescom. I mean, we are 48 hours away from some big game reveals, and everybody's talking about this damn leak. So once again, going into Gamescom, there's a leak by Sony, or somebody leaked something at Sony, and once you leak, and it's dominating the news. It's just like nobody else. Like Sony is suffocating people out through news they don't even put out. And that's how big they are. So, you know, hold on, you just read. Yeah, I just read you say the PS5 is faster than the 2080. No, it's not. It is not. It's maybe, if it's true, if the leak is true, it's closer to the 2070, which is considered one of NVIDIA's high-end cards. Okay, the 1080 Ti is considered. The 1070 and 1080 Ti's are considered their midline cards, even though they're higher, okay? Because you have the 900 series. I still remember to this day when there were people on YouTube screaming, I got a 980 Ti. You know, like they were saying that, like they had the herpes or something. You know, I got a 980 Ti, I got two 980 Ti's, you know, like what does that even mean? You know, so, you know, so you, on TRTP, that was I don't even know about what that is. Did they rip gamers off hard this generation? Microsoft didn't rip people off. It was those damn fanboys that they made it to be more than it actually was. I can't blame Microsoft. Phil Spencer said it was going to be the world's most powerful console. It was up to China's Sabor. When Sabor came out, that became the world's most powerful console. Microsoft said it would play multi-plat games better, and a lot of the times it did. But then the Sony system caught up to them. The Pro did. They started optimizing the Pro because Sony has the biggest install base. So a lot of the games got parity. A lot of the games, the Xbox was dynamic 4K. And Phil Spencer in his interview, and again, shout out to Review Tech again, he said it, Phil Spencer in his interview, and he read it verbatim. But I'll paraphrase it, which was the Xbox X was put out to champion 4K. Whether that be 4K through streaming, whether that be 4K through watching movies and or gaming, they wanted to bang home 4K, 4K, 4K. Now, it didn't work because a lot of people said we don't care that it's 4K. It's garbage. You ain't got no games over here. So that in that aspect, it did kind of fail. So was a response to the PS4 Pro. It was not a planned console. No. That's been shown that it was planned. The Xbox X was planned. So now, you know, they almost didn't go through with it. I think people got to really realize that Satya Nadella went to Phil Spencer and said to him, why the hell are we in the gaming business? This is before Phil got him to do the X. Because Satya Nadella, people like, well, Donnie D's the one who wanted to do this. Satya Nadella could have killed the X if he wanted to, but Phil Spencer talked him into doing it. That's why Phil Spencer announced it at E3. You know, even though the shareholders at Microsoft wanted him to hold off because it was a whole year away. It was a year and what, four? It was a year and like 4 months away. But he did it, and it caused all this hype. And even Crap Gamer has been saying that he hyped it up. You know, and you know, he said that on one of his live streams. So to me, it's funny. You know, to me, it's funny to see how the community has changed a whole lot. So said PS5 is more powerful than Vulkan technology. Yeah, there you go. So you know, yeah, but it is what it is. What's going on, the real Andre? So how you all doing? Andre 6K. Yeah, you gotta like somebody that calls themselves 6K. So, but yeah, it's really hilarious. So, you know, was it a waste of money? I mean, it depends on from a development process. No, they learned a whole lot about what they can and cannot do with consoles through the Xbox X. They being Microsoft, and Sony learned a whole bunch too. I mean, Sony bought Sony's the engineers bought the Xbox X if Microsoft didn't just give it to them to break it down to see what they can improve. And I know they're really interested in that cooling system that the X uses. They really like how quiet the X is. Look, if you get an Xbox One X, it's very quiet. Now, some smart ass is going to say, well, yeah, you bet your ass it's quiet because I don't turn it on. Yeah, fine, fair enough. I mean, you got that right. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't a waste of time. It was just they should, to me, this is just looking back. They should have did a console that did 1080p, 60 frames a second with high graphic settings. They should have just done that. Because then they take care of the whole 1080p argument that they keep on wetting their pants over. They take care of the better looking games because the games not only will be full HD, but they'll be high graphic settings. And then you'll get the you would have 60 frames a second on the same game. They picked and that should have been their Xbox. That should have been the mid-gen console. You know, and if they wanted to, yeah, if you buy a 4K TV, we'll output at 1440p. You know, the game will go to a graphics setting. We'll let you output at 1440p. Maybe drop it to 30 frames a second. So you're trading, but you still have high graphic settings. I mean, look, I played Assassin's Creed on PC in Odyssey, and I turned the character. I put her in high graphic settings. You can see her friggin' pores on her face, you know, and versus the console where she just has a blank stare on her face all the time. You can't see the mark. She gets, you know, you just can't see the same thing. It's not fair, you know, what you guys are doing. So, and it is what this is. If you are a graphics whore, okay, if you know, expecting the same out of a console is unfair. The first group of people that got scared when they announced those leaked specs was the PC community. So I'm putting this in now. And realistically, because I've talked to some PC folks in the PC community, and the fact of the matter is that the PC folks are scared of what the PlayStation is going to bring, because if they're going to give you, if the leak is true, and I'm not saying that it is, if they're going to give you a 2070 Super or Super performance, whatever you want to call it, with ray tracing, whether it be through sound or graphics, that PC community, a lot of them are going to get the PlayStation because Sony understands that they probably won't put games on PC. Not to the level that their competitors are doing it. So what they can do is build a console where you play the same games at the same type of graphics prowess. So it is what it is. So the PC community is scared of the PlayStation 5, and it's a leaked spec. It doesn't mean this is going to be the final spec at all. And also the Xbox community is scared of it. They're really afraid of it, in the sense that they're afraid of is that the Xbox won't be as powerful, you know. And it is hilarious to see the damage controlling that is going on. What's up, King Thrash? The damage control that is going on in their community over these leaked specs. They're still saying, well, I still think the Xbox is going to be more powerful. How? How? If they're doing the same thing, how is it more powerful? Well, it's going to have better ray tracing. Based on what? Based on what? Them just pulling stuff up out of their ass. They're just making stuff up at this point. Again, understand that there's a group of them online who are wholly dependent on the console war to make their content. So they are trying to figure out at this point, because I've heard them say, I want my fuckery to keep going. I want my fuckery to keep. I mean, this is what they have said, like in other podcasts. You know, I heard somebody say, well, did the PlayStation and the Xbox launch with the same things inside of it? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You know, I think what the main difference was the ES RAM. They both launched. They both were capable of a virtual system. One had to connect. Sony was working on the PlayStation VR. Okay, they both all right. They both have x86 architecture. They both played games. They both could stream content, and they both played Blu-ray movies. So they did the same damn thing, you know. But to them, they don't see that. And like I said, the way and the information is right in front of them, but the way they get the information and they discern it, it totally blows me away. You know, like I said, these people, these guys would walk into a bedroom and their girlfriend would be in the bed with her top off, with music playing and candles all around. And these guys would go right to sleep and say, well, I didn't know she wanted to have sex because she didn't take her panties off. I mean, that's how stupid these guys are, you know. So, well, I mean, King, yeah, I'm going to probably buy a Xbox X here, maybe on my birthday. And then I may buy it and then see if it can get here for my birthday and then do an unboxing of the world's most powerful console. But I know mine's going to come with some Mrs. Butterworth biscuit butter, because, you know, you got to be buttering your biscuits hard to want an Xbox X at this point. So yeah, everybody get your questions ready. Dreamcast is the loudest console ever. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. That thing was loud. That thing was loud. So, you know, so at the end of the day, yeah, I've heard them say, I want my fuckery to get, because again, they don't know how to make content without it. So they are parsing words. I mean, they literally start parsing words. Well, they didn't say this, or I didn't say that. You know, it's like, look, until right now, AMD physically does not have a graphics card on market that does ray tracing. They don't have one. Okay, I'm sorry, they just don't have one. I got stock in that company. I see what they plan on doing. Now, will they have something similar to ray tracing? Yes, they've patented a new type of technology that's going to allow them to do ray tracing while still having a while still not dropping frame rates. That's the goal at this point. They can't do, like, NVIDIA's ray tracing, as good as that looks, you take a huge hit on your FPS. So it was good, and I'm so happy that Phil Spencer came out and said that Xbox next generation is concentrating on frames per second and AI with their games. Great. Let's see. I'm excited about that. Sean Layton has said the same thing. I mean, Sean Layton says certainly the frame rates could be better and the AI could be better, and you're going to have bigger worlds. Now, Sean Layton has said that. Mark Cerny, I believe, has said that. So you get a sense on what your next gaming generation is going to be. Yeah, I trust Mark Cerny too. So, you know, it is what it is. So, well, and Christopher Hardy, these guys would have that right in front of them, and because it's not being said to them in exact words what they should do, they don't know how to discern information. So, and then they try to come out here and play victim. You know, like, look, you're the one running around saying this bullshit, not nobody else. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I mean, that one guy called himself El Mega. Or K Mega. He lost in a football game to Black Baron. Black Baron shut him out. It's like 50-0. And and he don't play his games. I mean, now you got a life, I understand that, but dude, you don't play your games, you don't need to be talking about games. You just don't. He says Scarlet is DOA. Possibly. I certainly hope you're wrong, King Thrash. You're probably not wrong, but I hope for the sake of gaming that you're wrong. Because I know I don't plan on getting a Scarlet. So I mean, I just don't. There's no reason for me to get one. I do plan on getting a new motherboard, and I plan on getting a new GPU. So, and it's going to probably be that 5700 XT because that's going to go on sale this fall because that's the way NVIDIA rolls. So, why doesn't Lou? Because Sony has not decided on a final product. So there's no reason for him to know something like that. And what difference does it make? It's going to have enough CUs, that's compute units, to do 4K 60. So whatever that is what Sony's going to deliver to us. So you never know on an Xbox console. Well, you missed some great games, especially in the beginning of the generation with the OG Xbox One. I mean, there were some great games on that console. I played. Now they're all multiplayer, I guess now, but Splinter Cell, Knights of the Old Republic, all that was exclusive to the Xbox. So it is what it is. So, what now? I can see you, Nicholas. I don't know why you're blocked in the chat. So, but yeah. No, maybe 300 watts of power. We don't know if that's true or not, though. So, but we don't know. You're right. I mean, I'm not. They may go a little bit higher than that, though. So this it is what it is. So. I mean, you're not blocked. I'm looking at you now. You're like uncompetitive. Yeah, everybody can see you. So, how did you get blocked? I don't know how that happened. All right, I'll have to go back in and unblock you. So, to find out who did it. You just borrowed an old Xbox. We're going to play 4 to 5 games. They were good. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know what to say. Well, I don't have anybody. I don't know anybody that owns an Xbox anymore. I mean, I don't. I don't know anybody personally that owns an Xbox. So everybody either bought PCs. I mean, people got married. They have children now. They're living their lives. They don't game anymore. So they were like, well, there's no reason for me to keep this Xbox. I'll just get rid of it. Now, a lot of them bought 4K Blu-ray players, and they got TVs. But like a really good friend of mine, he moved to Florida, and he played on his Xbox for a little bit. But yeah, he's living that outside life now. He goes to the beach, he cycles, he rides a bike, he jogs, he's outdoors now. So So the OG Xbox ran circles around the One X. Well, I mean, again, I like the OG Xbox. I remember trading in my PS2 and 10 games on a Sunday to buy an OG Xbox at Electronics Boutique, EB Games, and I brought that thing home. I had Knights of the Old Republic, and I just went berserk. I went berserk. So. So, it is what it is. I thought Undefeated was already one. Well, yeah, I got to go back in and do that. I mean, I'm going to be changing the moderators again on my birthday. So, no, I mean, you can't blame people for making Xbox worthless. The consumer, again, you all give individuals way too much power. The consumer has rendered its judgment on the Xbox, and people don't want it. So it doesn't matter who it is individually. The consumer has made up their mind. So what a individual YouTuber says makes no difference. So, you know, so you traded in a Ferrari for a Ford Pinto. I would not do that. So I would not do that. So those Pintos were terrible. So my birthday's the 23rd. So hey, yes, I will move things around on the 23rd. So, but I'll be playing that game. I fully expect. I mean, I'm going to have that Cash App open, and I'm going to be rolling on that game. So I'm not going to check that Cash App until the Sawmill Horde is dead. So then I'll check it. Maybe I'll have enough for. Here's my goal. Let me, Mr. Share my screen. Let me see if I can pull this up correctly here. Let's see. Let me. So my goal. Let me go ahead and show this to you all. Is well, let me try to pull it up. Hell, I had it up 2 days ago. Oh, there we go. Where'd it go? I'll be a monkey's ass. Where did I do with that thing? Where is my? It's not in my cart anymore. Man, somebody's a thief. Somebody stole it out of my cart. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. I have to find it again. It's showing me power supplies. Let me try this. Let me try it like this. All right. Did this help? All right. So let me show you what the goal is for my birthday here when I stream. Let me just share my screen. Shout out to Porterot 77. So there's the goal is $119.99 to get this motherboard right here. This is what I'm kind of course I'm going to get the bigger version of it. I don't want the ATX version of it. Let me go ahead and I think ATX is the small one. So, but I want something in this price range here. So now I will settle. Let's see, for this one right here. If somebody wants to really make me happy for my birthday, but I would settle for this one. Or let me type in the. Let's go. Oops. So, or maybe this one here. This one right here. Anyway, I want a motherboard that glows. So that's my goal is to get a new motherboard that glows because everybody saw the beast yesterday. So, well, again, Andrew, I'm going to find out on the 23rd, aren't we? So, you know, so. Look at Clay taking off in his repaired ship, and then the game crashed. Oh my gosh! So that is no good. So, oh, you talking about No Man's Sky? Yeah, that is good. I remember that. You wasn't trading in your PS2. Well, that's fine. That's what I did. That's what I did. You don't have to do the same thing I do, you know. So yes, Ice Queen, you're an excellent mod. You're an excellent mod. So again, I will be taking on that Sawmill Horde. But yeah, I do not understand. Okay, let me make my other announcement here. So you had issues, you got it working only by turning super sampling mode off. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm glad that worked out. So let's see. I have not seen that. No, I have not seen that, Mr. Ironfish. Shout out to you. Yeah, I may have to go check that out. Yeah, I heard nothing but great things about No Man's Sky VR. And if Sony can make a VR headset where that giant thing is on the side of my head, because that hurts my neck. That starts to hurt my neck and shoulder from where I was in that wreck. So I guess it would be, is that the second generation one? I can't remember, but if they got to get rid of that pass-through thing, if they can get rid of that next gen, I'm on it. So let's take a look at that TV that you're talking about here. A TCL QLED, okay. TCL QLED 2019, okay. Okay. Let's see here what we got. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's got Dolby Vision and everything on it. Yeah, that's a good TV, looks like. Let me put it on the screen. Let me become Mr. Share My Screen here. Application window. Yeah, 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 that is nice. I may go up to Best Buy and look at this, but man, 65 inches for me is just too big. I don't need something that big, but I had to keep it 100% funky. This is this is looking pretty good, man. That's a side view of it. That's the thing I didn't like about TCL was the bevel here. It was always really big. So, but yeah, I can't deny, and I don't like the stilts on TVs. But yeah, that looking pretty. I ain't gonna lie, man. This looks like a pretty nice TV. I'll take a look at it, and for only $700, so you got to figure on Black Friday that'll probably come down to like $599. So actually no, I prefer the not for VR. It is not. No, I prefer the Oculus VR. Does that motherboard you want support? I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't. Well, see, that's just it. Can somebody tell me? My computer boots up extremely fast, so I don't know what the difference in a SSD is. So, you know, I don't know what that is. Real gamers get monitors over TVs. Okay, well, since we're on my birthday wish list here, let's look at some monitors here. So, if somebody wants to be nice on my birthday, that is, I mean, again, the goal. Again, the donation goal. Let's look at let's see here, 1440p monitors. So let's look at yeah, let's pull this one on up. So I mean, again, if everybody wants to, we're talking about my birthday wishes now. So next week is my birthday. Mr. Share My Screen. I will be open for birthday gifts and hellos. And so yeah, again, if people want to be nice and people want to say, oh yeah, crazy good guy, here you go, right here, $299.99 for a monitor. This is a 1440p monitor, 27 inches of love, 144 refresh hertz. You can see right here. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, and it's curved. So again, and it's got something called FreeSync. I don't care what that is, but yeah, I mean, you know, you got to let a hoe be a hoe, right? So that's exactly what's going on here. But we'll see. Wait and see what happens on my birthday. Let's see if the people who keep talking about this sawmill horde come through with some donations when I take them down. 65-inch screen TV is for you. Yes, it's for me. That's too big. That, I mean, my girl will be like, "What did you get something this big for? What are you gonna?" I mean, that's the way she would talk to me. You know, she literally would say, "Take it back," you know? And I would have to, because you do not argue with a woman that's Italian and Latino. That's crazy. That's a death wish right there. So you made a verbal bet against a female GameStop employee that PS4 will win. All right, well, I mean, again, yeah, who cares? I mean, great. I mean, the GameStop employees know what they're talking about anyway. So, So yeah, but I agree for the price on that TV that we just looked at. That's a great price, but I implore you guys to wait for it to come down on Black Friday. I gotta seriously give that a look, you know, because she ain't gonna let me get no 65-inch screen TV, but I may be able to get something smaller than that. So, you know, but yeah, and we don't really need that right now, even though she wants another TV because she likes her 1080p TV that we got at Wally World, but she does not like the fact that it's not 4K at this point. Because we watched that Avengers Endgame in 4K, and she was like, "Wow!" She was like, "Wow, that was cool to watch again." Run, no, he's a good person, but you do not want to. She go from 0 to 60 in like a second, especially if she comes in and she sees something like that we don't discuss. We just have any major purchase. But around my birthday, I can get away with it. But around the holiday, yeah, that's you don't get away with that. My birthday, it's just gonna be what do you want to do? What would you like and stuff like that. So you know, I can't say to her a motherboard because she's just gonna look at me like I'm crazy. So yeah, but she's a good person. So, all right, guys, I've been here for about an hour. I went out with a Greek girl before. She was actually pretty cool. So, your TV is 4K HDR. You should join Sick Humor on PC Building Simulator. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy that. I don't know if whenever it becomes available, I do want to stream that. That'll be fun. So, hopefully, it's a cheap game. So, or maybe it's a free-to-play game. I don't know. Yeah, I will be doing that. So that'll be fun. So for me, I'm all about that because they're not hard to build. So you know, you just have to know what to buy and when to buy. So but if anybody wants to buy me, if anybody else is, I'm gonna buy. But let's talk about Gamescom. Actually, let's talk about Gamescom tomorrow. Because Gamescom is in 48 hours. I didn't even get to my Gamescom wish list because we were talking about this. So tonight, I will be making my own Manosphere, the Black Manosphere debut of, it's called, here's what it's going to be called. So tonight, I believe at, probably about 6 in the evening, Eastern time. Damn, I forgot to put the time down like an idiot. This is why I do not do marketing. Well, actually, I'm sorry, 8 p.m. EST. So 8 p.m. EST, I'll be doing a blue pill, black man, red pill, black man. We're going to go ahead and break that down for the masses at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that on out of the park. I will be using StreamYard. I will not be using OBS because remember, OBS, that is Wednesdays only. And then if there's a special Saturday night type of thing, I will do it like that. So, but again, red pill, blue pill, black man tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be breaking it down for 1 hour. Okay. And again, leave your questions in the comment section. Not your comments. Leave your questions in the comment section so I can answer them. Okay, but pretty much that will be tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So right before you go out or when you come home later tonight, go ahead and check that out. Leave your questions in the comment section. Your comments, I'll just ignore. Your questions, I will answer. So, Gamescom is the 20th. Yeah, Gamescom is coming up. Gamescom is, like I said, it's in like 48 hours. So people ain't talking about it. So we'll talk about it on Saturday. That's fine. We'll talk about it on the 17th. So, of course, Triple J, everybody can attend. Good grief. So it is a information. It is my entry into the manosphere as I attempt to become to talk about this subject. For some reason, there's a lot of people out there who don't who think that they're red pill and they're not, and we're going to get that all worked out tonight. So I am excited for that game, Andrew. So, or Christopher, yeah. But I got to get back into my JRPG mode, man. I'm not, I can't get back into that mode. So I don't know if I want to play Judgment yet because I'm not in a JRPG mode yet. I mean, I get there. I will get there, but yeah, probably in the wintertime is when I'll hit my JRPG because I always do JRPG at the end of the generation. Plus, that will kind of lead us right into Final Fantasy VII. So, I mean, again, yeah, I didn't even know he was blocked because Uncompetitive actually jumped on the StreamYard podcast when I was testing it. So I don't know how he's blocked. So, but I'll have to go in and look at that. But again, yeah, I'm excited for that game. So yeah, but I'll unblock him and all. I don't know how that happened. But guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta go get my hair cut, and and go from there. So Fire Emblem is indeed fire. I heard it was good. So, but all right, then we're gonna get off here. And like I said, I will talk to you guys later. You all take it easy. You all stay blessed. Thanks for coming. Peace.